okay, if everything has gone according to plan, we should be live on YouTube, not on Twitch. I gave up on the platform long ago because it's just broken. Hello everyone and welcome to our annual Black Friday stream here in the year 2024. It's my favorite holiday, you know, the best just capitalist celebration ever, and you can get some pretty great deals as always. So we'll be going through and seeing what kind of tech deals you can get on both Amazon and Newegg this time around. I talked about doing that during the last live stream we did for, I can't remember what. I think it was like one of the Prime days or something. So I talked about wanting to do make it a bit longer and do a comparison between Amazon and what you can get on the Newegg as well. So we'll be doing that. We'll be doing two PCs essentially today. That's gonna be really, really fun. I talked about doing it as a collab last time, I know, but surprise, surprise, I don't know that many other, tech YouTubers. So hey, if you do want to make it a collab for Cyber Monday, because yes, we'll be doing another stream on Cyber Monday, then between now and Cyber Monday, tag your favorite tech YouTubers. Maybe we'll make it a collab, and one of us will be doing an Amazon PC, one of us will be doing a Newegg PC. Get them. Asking to get involved, tag them on social media, write them letters, I don't know, stalk them, harass them, show up at the house and ask them, just whatever you want to do, Anyway, so you probably know the rules of this by now if you are a frequenter of this channel. If you don't, we have a strict budget we have to stick to, and we can only buy parts that are specifically listed as part of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Amazon Prime Day, whatever other celebration we are doing. So we usually have a bit of a theme or a very kind of strict budget to stick to. Usually, I want to say around like £1,500 or £2,000. Usually, last time I know we went for a bit of a lower budget to really stretch ourselves. But I don't know. As always, I want to hear what you guys think. What should our budget be? And if there should be maybe a bit of a theme, like for example an all-white build, or maybe a build for, maybe we want to include peripherals as well, display, keyboard, mouse, include all of that as well. Let me know that in the live chat. And of course, as always, we do have our Amazon links, we do have our Newegg links. Those will be down in the video description below. If you're doing any shopping at all today, make sure to use those links because they do go a long way, especially as we're kind of setting up some big projects right now. You don't pay anything extra, in fact you pay less because it is Black Friday, while we get some money gets reinvested into really, really awesome stuff coming later down the line. So I want to hear from you guys, and if you're wondering why I'm constantly looking up there, that's because that's why I'm seeing the chat right now. I want to see what our budget should be and any other kind of fun tricks we can throw to make this a bit more interesting this time around. For me personally, I'm thinking, I think doing a $1,500 budget like last time was a pretty nice challenge. I want to go even further this time. Okay, I want to do $1,000, and we're trying to build a PC for that. What do you guys think? I don't know. I have just the biggest cup of coffee here to keep me going because it is going to be a very long stream. It's from, I don't know, Grand Canyon National Park mug. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, so let's get into it, shall we? We'll be starting off with Amazon, and we'll be seeing exactly what is on offer here. So let me just quickly switch over so you can see what I see on Jeff Bezos's website. Already we see quite a few deals here on Black Friday. Everything from, it's Amazon, you get pretty much everything here, from Amazon devices to Lego reindeers to a plaid skirt, which I know at least some people in the comment section will want me to wear. But let's start off with probably our CPU. Or should we go start with Motherboard to kind of see which platform it's going to be better to go for? Let's go for Motherboard first and see what kind of deals we have. And we have to tick this. So we're only seeing stuff that has been discounted as part of Black Friday. Already X870A for $300. Okay, yeah, if we're doing like a tighter budget like $1,000, that's definitely not gonna be a thing. We can get a B550. Then we'll be stuck with AM4 though. I want to go at least AM5 if we're going AMD. Even if we're on a tighter budget, it just gives you a bit more. It gives you a bit more options there. So we do actually have a B650 motherboard here, Elite AX for $175. That could go down pretty well. Oh man. Intel wise, I'd also probably go for something current gen as well. To be fair, I know that can be a bit expensive and there's like only Z890, but Okay, I guess that kind of eliminates Intel out of this. Now that I think about it, if we want to go for a budget motherboard, obviously there isn't too much more other than the 8090 currently available for Intel. So I guess we kind of have to go for AMD. And just about finding a good cheap motherboard for AMD, we do have a Gigabyte B650 Eagle AX for $140. That is probably going to be the cheapest we're going to go for here. So we have a Gaming X for a bit more, but I think those are pretty much the same. Oh, actually, we do have... Oh, no, that's the Z7 and 790. I thought that was a Z890. Never mind. Z790 for 100... Man, Z790 motherboards have gotten so cheap now. If you want to go for last-gen Intel, or, you know, 12, 13, 14th gen, now's the time. When you can get a pretty decent motherboard for as little as $130. A slightly better one for $140, $150 maybe even. Oh no, it's $650. Like, you can get some pretty good deals right now. And seeing especially how the current gen Intel CPUs haven't been the most popular or the best at anything really, then I don't think anyone would blame you for going with last gen instead. So okay, I think we'll just stick to that AMD option from earlier, unless I see anything really kind of phenomenal here. You can get a B650 Elite for, that's a bit, especially if we're going to go with a $1,000 budget, every dollar's going to count. Every single dollar's going to count, and that's why I just want to go for, what is it I saw earlier here? There it is, the $144 Gigabyte B650 Eagle AX. Which is going to be $140. It is a pretty good motherboard. I'm pretty sure I covered it on the channel, but a pretty good I/O because it's gigabytes, so tons of USB Type A. You have a single USB Type C port. It's only 5 gig, which is a bit annoying. But again, at this price, what can you ask for? No optical SPDIF. Not many people use it, so who cares? HDMI display board for integrated graphics. Again, who cares? Wi-Fi 6. You even have PS2. If you really care, you even have PS2. Cool. Let's just go with that then, shall we? So let's just switch over to our... Where is it? There it is. Just switch over to our spreadsheet here, which, you know, we're going to prepare everything in as usual. So we're going to go to B650 Eagle AX, which is going to cost us, how much did I say? $140. I'm not going for that 99. It doesn't make a difference, let's be honest. I know I just said like every single dollar counts, but 1 single cent isn't going to count really. Okay, first part done. Now we need to actually get a matching Ryzen CPU. So let's actually pick one of these up next. So what do we have here? Well, first I need to go Black Friday deals. 5600X for $105. Okay. 7600X for... Okay, that is... I know there's probably going to be a big performance difference, but like core for core, that's a pretty big increase right there. Especially because you can go for a couple of cores more for $130. This is where it gets interesting, because it's like, you know, what do you prefer? Do you prefer more cores or just faster cores? Because the 7600, oh sorry, the 5700, actually, ooh. Now this I need to check. What exactly is the frequency difference between these two? Because this one is definitely too expensive, but between these two, like what will be, how much faster is this going to be? Let's just quickly check that out, shall we? Or are they going to be pretty much identical in speed and just going to be a core count kind of difference? Actually, yeah, surprise, surprise, I can't remember exact turbo speeds of every single CPU SKU out there, okay? So, really? It just says like the, like regular speed, but not boost. Oh, there it is. 4.6 gigahertz boost for this one. Okay, and then if we go to the other one. What did I say? 4.6? 4.6! Okay, there's probably like some there's not probably gonna be much of a difference between the two. There's the same architecture, same everything. But if you're getting more cores, then hey, you're getting more cores. So, granted, if we are running really, really low, I could go back and switch this out, because there is, what, a $25 difference between the two? But for those $25, you get 2 extra cores, which, hey, definitely 2 extra cores that have never hurt anyone. Welcome in chat, real and human man thing. Thanks for catching the stream. Yeah, we actually have quite a few people joining now. Nice, nice. These streams always do, like, surprisingly well. Like, they're, like, always the best performing streams for some reason. People just love deals, man. People just love deals. Okay, so we're going with the 5700 then. It's settled. Again, if you disagree with any of my choices anytime during the stream, let me know, okay? And, oh, no, not that. Go away. Why did not copy my text? Don't you just love when copy doesn't work? There we go. And how much did they say? $130. Okay, so that's quite a significant portion of our revenue, of our price, of our budget gone there already. And by far the biggest thing there is going to be the graphics card. So before we do anything else, right? Before we do the CPU cooler, the memory, we're going to just go with the graphics card, because I feel that's going to dictate so much more of how our budget is going to be distributed later down the line. So let's see what kind of deals Amazon have. Amazon's such a weird place when it comes to graphics cards, because you have just so much like random stuff from like, the PRC or like, an RX 580 from a complete like no name, where the box looks like this, where you have like no indicator of a brand. Like, who makes these, and why is Amazon turning into AliExpress or Wish or whatever the popular one now is? I don't know. They like every single year we have like a new big Chinese platform, I realized. Okay, so I don't think we'll go for something like an RTX 4070, because that's going to eat up pretty much our entire remaining budget. But you can get a 4060 for $285 pretty much. I don't know how good of a price it is for a 4060 right now, but that is probably going to be our best option here. Again, at $1,000, I think that's going to be the best one. We could go for a GT 730 with for $63. I just love to see a high-end solo. What about it? What about it? Is high-end or solo? Is it just that it's a single slot card? Is that what I mean? Okay. Enough of that. Enough of looking at junk on Amazon. Let's just go with probably the only smart option here, which is going to be a 4060. We can get a 7600 XT for $280. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have no idea what like the performance breakdown between the two is going to be. If anyone can quickly let me know in chat, 7600 XT or 4060, they are pretty much the same price. The 4060 is going to be a bit more expensive by like what, $5. You get literally double the VRAM, which, you know, especially in some games is going to be very, very important. Like, for example, Microsoft Flight Sim, which we checked out on this channel earlier this week. Stuff like that is going to be very, very important for that VRAM. And of course, with stuff like video editing as well is going to be nice. But in terms of actual performance in game, someone please let me know which one we should go for here. We definitely won't be going for something like a 3050. We're not that desperate for budget here. And also look at this. We're going from a almost $290 for a 4060 to over like $450 for a 4060 Ti. Granted, you know, you get like double RAM and everything, and it's also part of ASUS's like Pro Art segment, and those things are always like super overpriced for some reason. Well, I say for some reason, the reason is obvious, right? All of this like Asus Pro Art stuff is supposed to go for professionals, and professionals, they don't care as much for, you know, price to performance and stuff like that, because usually it's a business expense and the bosses just pay for them anyway, so it does not matter. If I recall correctly, the 7600 XT is a small bit slower, but the VRAM is promising. Okay. That makes things a bit more complicated. Because For now, I don't think those like couple of dollars are gonna make a difference. We still have quite a bit of room in our budget. However, let me just quickly go. 7600 XT versus RTX 4060. Why is the very first thing that shows up user benchmark? I don't want user benchmark. Okay, digital trends here. Let's see what they say about it too. Oh man, I'm using like an anonymous tab without ad blocker, and just look at this. Just look how much of everything there is, and then people wonder why ad blockers are becoming a thing. Okay, yeah, so the two are pretty much neck and neck. The two are pretty much neck and neck, as you can see. So I don't know. I don't know which one to go for, guys. Please help me out here. I want to go just for the Nvidia one, just because you get... I grew up on a mix of, you know, Nvidia and AMD/ATI. For the longest time, I use a 76 and I use a RX... What's that called? No, what's it called? R9 280X. There we go. I think that's the name of the graphics card. But I gotta say, guys, now just for that software, for all those like extra little features, for that kind of support, for the ray tracing performance, I think I gotta give it. I gotta go with AMD for Nvidia here, guys. So even if you do get half the VRAM, as you saw, it doesn't really matter as much in the real world. And say what 57 AM with AM5 board. Did I mix up my sockets again? Did I go? Oh my word, I did. I did the same thing during the last stream. Thank you so much for pointing it out. Oh my word. So yeah, we need an AM5 CPU. So we need what? Ryzen 7000. Thank you for pointing it out, dear viewer. Okay, we're back here. That does complicate things quite a bit. I was just going, okay, I need something cheap. What's the cheapest thing here? I completely forgot that that is still AM4, not AM5. Man, AM5, I can... It's weird to think that AM5 has been with us like 2 generations now already. That does complicate things quite a bit here, because look how much more expensive everything for AM5 is. So, our options here are to go back to AM4, or to spend quite a bit more for a 7600X. So we'll be going down 2 cores, but we're going to have a quite nice performance uplift there between the 2 generations. Between the 5700 and a 7600X. So guys, let me know which one we should go for here. We can always go for the 7600. That's going to be $10 less, more or less, but still quite a big increase compared to the other one. We could go for like one of these like weird APUs with like a 8600G. I don't know anyone who actually buys these things, but if you have to, you have to. Again, the rules of the game are, it may not have to make the most sense, but we are only allowed to go for stuff that actually has this little Black Friday deal marker right there. Okay. 8600G. Not this one. 7600 or 7600X. Those are our 3 options. Or we go back and get an AM4 socket, which just kind of traps you in a dead ecosystem. Which one should we go for, guys? Why not 3600KF? It's so much cheaper. We could go for that. Again, I didn't really want to go for anything Intel because of the fact it is, you know, a discontinued socket now and a brand new with a brand new motherboard. So you only get a what, C890, which is super expensive. We could go for a 3600KF because that way it also gives you quite a bit of freedom to upgrade to a bit something a bit more high-end later down the line if you want, for 14th gen for example. So it's not the end of the world as far as upgradability goes, especially if you go for DDR5. I'm thinking just about like saving people money later down the line. Can you even get the 3700KF on a Black Friday deal though? You can get the 3600K, and that's even more expensive than the Ryzen CPUs we've been looking at earlier. So I don't think that's going to be the wisest. Because that's going to eat up literally 1/5 of a budget here, guys. Yeah, 8600G has like issues with PCIe lanes, I know. You get like half of the bandwidth. I swear I did a video talking about that. Didn't I? I did! It like cuts your graphics card bandwidth to half or something. But hey, at least you get that. At least you get that NPU for AI acceleration on device. That's a worthy trade-off, definitely. Yeah, no, okay. So I don't think the 3700K will be so yeah, I don't think anything Intel here will be too good of a deal. We can go for the 12700K here, $187. And I've seen some cheap motherboards. And it'll probably be a bit faster. Okay. How expensive is the 5700X3D? We can check that. 5700X3D. Please be on... Nope, it is $197 almost. But unfortunately, again, it goes against the rules of the game. It is not on a Black Friday sale. Which is a shame. Like these old AM4 X3D chips are always such a good deal for 1080p gaming. Like they are so insane, almost too good, as we know, almost cannibalizing some of AMD's own other offerings. But man, we can't get it, and I don't know why it's not on a sale. Like these are like perfect things to pick up during these kind of sale days. 12600K or 12700K should be good. Yeah, what GPU? The GPU we're going for is most likely going to be the RTX 4060. The RTX 4060, and either of those will be pretty good. So I think, are we going to change plans here, guys? Are we going to go for Intel instead? If someone will be kind enough to actually look up for me, because what did I say? The 12700K, right? Is that one that was on the Black Friday deal? Yeah. Someone please look up if that is going to be a better deal compared to some of those AMD offerings I saw. Given how those are Ryzen 7000, like 6-core, 8-core CPUs, I think it's going to be close. But if someone can just verify for me if that is going to be good. Actually, let me just quickly add the graphics card first. Okay, so let me just go back to the RTX 4060 we saw earlier. Where was it? Where is it? Graphics card. Black Friday. There it is. So that is going to be this card for, how much did I say? $285. Cool. That is quite a bit of a budget already, but again, we may be changing some stuff when it comes to the CPU and motherboard. We definitely can't. We're definitely getting rid of this because yeah, we can't use that. So that's definitely that okay. I couldn't get rid of it because when I clicked on the field to get rid of it, it just actually clicked the link. That's annoying from Excel. I may get rid of the motherboard as well then, because we're not sure about that. The only thing we're sure about right now is the graphics card. So we're definitely working just completely backwards here. What CPUs did they say we're going after on the AMD side from the on the AM5 socket? I believe I said the 7600. So let's just do a very quick comparison between the 12700K and the 7600. Oh man, why is it that every single time it just user benchmark, the first thing that shows up? I don't want anything from user benchmark just ever. Question, is just a CPU benchmark, like passmark stuff, is that like a reliable source? Because I never heard like anything too bad about it. So I want to know, because if we have a look at this, guys, over here, the 12700K has quite a big advantage. So we could just go for, I think either way, the 12700K will probably be the better option when it just comes to overall performance. But again, I have no idea how reliable this actually is. I use it from time to time, but like for nothing too critical. Just because, again, I'm not sure how good their calculations here are. But I think that the 12700K it is. Again, if you disagree with me, then just let me know in a chat. Let me know in a chat. For 4060, best CPU is what? For 4060, best CPU is 12600K. I guess 12700K little bit strong. True. However, the big thing is the 12600K on sale? Because again, the rules of the game are that we have to stick to. We can only get stuff that are actually on sale, because this stream is all about showcasing what is actually possible with things that are specifically for Black Friday. In that case, I really don't know. And the 12600K isn't on sale today, unfortunately, because these are our options here, pretty much. We're definitely not going with a 12900KF, especially with 4060. Man, it's a dilemma, right? Here's what I suggest. We go with the 12700K for now, and find a good cheap matching motherboard. If we are struggling with a budget, then we'll reconsider, okay? Because we're taking really long trying to design a CPU here. So we're gonna go with this first. There we go. How much did they say? It costs 187, yeah, 187. And now we need to find a good matching motherboard for that. So I'd assume that motherboards for 12 gen are pretty cheap now. What do we have? B760, $130 from MSI. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty sure I reviewed it. I've not reviewed it, but like overviewed it. I've done like videos on pretty much every single motherboard of every single generation. Oh yeah, and as always, I forgot to mention, I'm doing all of this on like the American Amazon, American Newegg and stuff like that, and those require you to have a postcode, or sorry, zip code as you guys call it over there. So I'm just shipping it to zip code 2500 in Washington DC, which is the White House. So we'll be basically, you know, sending Joe a nice parting gift as he departs the White House, I guess. I don't think there's any point thinking too much about this. I don't think there's going to be a cheaper one than this, or there's some cheaper M80X ones. I don't care about M80X. MSI B760 Gaming Plus, $130. Yeah, there's no point of thinking too much about this. 6 USB Type A ports, would prefer more, that's fine. DDR5, because yeah, obviously. Wi-Fi 6E. Full audio jacks, optical SPDIF. I want to see how fast that USB Type C port is. I don't think it says anywhere. Whatever, it's probably going to be at least like 10 gigabit per second or 20 gigabit per second. That's going to be... It's 10 gigabit per second. Yeah, it's fine. It's nothing special, but again, we have a tight budget here, people, okay? We can't, you know, complain too much about some of the choices we make. So let's just go with this for $130. Cool. That's quite a bit of a budget down already. We have $400 left to play with. 5700X or 7600 as plan B. Yeah, that's pretty much, I think, they're gonna be the best way forward to that. Because, again, things are getting a bit tight. We still need to get memory. We still need to get a cooler for that CPU. We still need to have ourselves some storage to store, you know, all of those games. We'd probably need quite a bit of storage, given how big games nowadays are. What, you install Call of Duty, Microsoft Flight Sim, and Stalker 2, and all of a sudden, you're completely out. We still need PSU, we still need case, we still need fans, we still need so much more. And we still have... Okay, so we still have quite a bit of time to work with here, so let's just go with DDR5 RAM next, shall we? See what we have on offer here. Give me something good, Amazon. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We have quite a few brands to choose from here. And we actually get quite a few brands that I actually trust. Usually you can get, you know, quite a few, like, random memory like that from whoever ATEC is. But, like, you have Lexar, you have Crucial, you have Corsair. Like, who do we like more between these? Because they're all pretty much going to be the same price. About $80, I don't think we'll be paying less than $80 for 32 gigabytes of RAM. That is pretty much, yeah, constant. So who do we like more here, guys? It's just gonna come down to that. Who do we want to give our money to? Is it gonna be Crucial? Is it gonna be Corsair? I think this is probably gonna be... As someone who uses Corsair Ventures myself, those are the exact ones I have in here. I don't think they are... They're not the exact same ones, because I have the 6,000 megahertz ones, but still. I like the look of them. They have a nice aesthetic. But the Crucial Pro ones, they're nice, they're clean, they're minimalist. They're both 5600. These are actually C46, or these are C40. So that's already a win for Corsair there. It's just going to come down to those, like, very small differences. Alternatively, these are both 5600 megahertz, and what I say, C46 or C40, here for just $4 more, you get lower latency, it's only 36, and it's faster at 6,000 megahertz. I think we can let ourselves a bit loose. I think we can pay $4 more just for those things, right? X says, what's the best SSD you would recommend? Don't worry, we'll be getting to SSDs very, very soon. Let me just copy this over, and I'll see exactly what SSDs are actually available right now for Black Friday, and I'll tell you. Definitely something NVMe, as we talked about a lot before. There we have very much reached price parity between SATA and NVMe SSDs, even like Gen 4 ones, so that's not gonna really matter. So, yeah, let's just quickly do this, and I'll find you a good SSD a second, buddy. Okay, how much did I say it costs? $84. I have, like, such bad memory for things I literally just seen. Honestly, I need to constantly double check how much this stuff costs, because I just can't remember. Oh, man. Okay. Now, let's just go on to NVMe SSD and see what we have here for you. I want something that's at least 2 terabytes. That is completely non-negotiable. Issue is that with our budget, I think it could be negotiable. Actually, no. Look at this. Crucial P3, 2 terabytes for only $100. It's only Gen 3, but let's be honest with ourselves. Who actually cares? Who actually needs those faster speeds? Unless you're, I don't know, doing video editing. Unless you're doing something that actually requires those, you know, faster speeds. If you're, I don't know, downloading, installing games, you're mostly like going to just be bottlenecked by your internet anyway. PC Gen 3 drives are still compatible with direct storage, which I know that technology hasn't really gone anywhere that much, but like still. They have the 990 Pros and SN50X on sale right now. Where's the 990 Pro? How much is the 990 Pro? Yeah, 4 terabytes for like Samsung stuff. So you know this will not go bad. Like Samsung, like you can definitely trust them. It's also just ridiculously fast. I mean, 4 terabytes for $270, like that would be definitely worth it. It's you know, it's this weirdest kind of laws of price scaling when it comes to SSDs, right? Because here we have a a 2TB Gen 3 SSD for $100. But in here, you have what? You'd expect this to cost $200, but no, you're getting faster speeds, like much faster speeds, and the kind of reliability of Samsung for $70 more than kind of what you'd expect to pay for 4TB. It's kind of up to you, but still. I'm just surprised that a 4TB drive can be so cheap now. I got on the Gen 4 train the second that Gen 4 NVMe's dropped. Do you remember that like classic copper heatsink design Aorus drive? That was like the first Gen 4 drive to hit the market. I had that. For 1TB, I paid exorbitant money for a single terabyte because I want to be like an early adopter of PC Gen 5. WD Black on sale? It should be. It's usually on sale whenever we do these kind of videos. You can get a WD Black for $600, 8TB, but that's gonna be what? Gen 5, I assume. That's literally what? 3/5 of our budget there. So yeah, a bit too much. A bit too much. If you really want a 4TB drive, you have this one right here. Costs a bit less than the Samsung one, if every kind of penny counts, but you know, it's gonna be a bit slower. This one's 7300, the Samsung one's like 7450. So yeah, not too much, but still. So I think we'll just go with that one. For it's 2TB, it's a big drive. Here's the thing though. Do we want a single drive, or do we want to help us, you know, be more organized and have a smaller drive just for Windows, for, I don't know, your browser, your downloads, your stuff like, I don't know, like your Adobe suite, whatever else you kind of use, your editing software. You know, just like a very small kind of main boot drive. It obviously will be a bit more expensive, but we can get one for as little as $40. Oh, sorry, $31. It's 512 gigabytes. We don't need bit more than that, and it's just gonna be a bit. It's gonna just help us, because if something goes wrong with your boot drive, you know, you don't have to worry about how your other files will be impacted. We know that Windows, if you have to like reinstall Windows, for example, it can be notorious for messing with files that are on the same drive as you. You have to worry about having to partition that after recovering them. It'll be a nice kind of blanket there. It's getting way too warm here. I need to turn down my radiator, especially in this like sweater. And then that means you'll have more space for your games, because you have those full 2TB just for your games and your other big files. That's something to think about. But again, because of how tight our budget is, I think unless anyone says anything else, just speak now or forever hold your peace, or whatever they say at weddings, I think we're just gonna go with this one. 2TB S and A50X is $124 on Newegg. Well, good thing you talk about that, because we'll be going and doing a whole other build on Newegg later down the line, so in this very same stream, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, I don't think this is worth like discussing anymore. I think we're just gonna go with the Crucial P3 2TB for $105. And if we have any space left in our budget, which I highly doubt, we could go for the secondary drive to be our boot drive, just to be a bit more safe, and also just to give us a bit more storage as well. Do you recommend a boot drive and a game drive? That's how I've always done it. I've always just liked having a separate C drive just for my operating system, for, you know, my browser, for my DaVinci Resolve, for my Adobe stuff, for my downloads and stuff like that, and then have a separate game drive. It's like a separate game drive with like, or like work files, like large video files as well, just in separate drives. That's just kind of how I always liked it. It's just, yeah, one, it just nicely splits everything up. Two, if anything goes wrong with Windows, and things very often can go wrong with Windows, you have that extra security there that all of your other stuff is kind of tied to a different drive. It just gives you a bit more freedom as well. Like, it doesn't have to be the biggest thing in the world either. Just like a very small drive, as long as it's fast enough to go with Windows, and you know, it's like you don't need high speeds as well for Windows. Please don't tell me I'm alone on this. Please tell me other people always also kind of prefer to have a separate boot drive to like a main drive. Like, you know, a C drive is a C drive, you know. a small drive for just your operating system and maybe some other key stuff, and then you have like additional drives. That's kind of how I've always done it. Please tell me that someone else. Please tell me that other people are always like this. I actually need to open a window here. It's getting surprisingly warm. Okay. PSU time. It's the PSU time. Let's see what PSUs we can find here on sale today. Hopefully something that will not blow up your PC. Like something from whoever GamerMax is. And something that hopefully isn't as expensive as a Corsair RM850X. I think something like 750 watt will be more than enough. It's just about finding something nice and cheap for that price. I mean, hey, look at this. MSI Mag. Like, I trust MSI with my PSU. I have no idea how good they are, but just like one of those brands that I know enough that I could trust them with CPUs. Hey, Justin Rage says he split up his drive as well. Thank you. Thank you very much for confirming I'm not going crazy. Antifa also says, yes, always use an OS drive, that way you don't lose all your stuff. If something goes wrong. Exactly. So, having a separate OS drive is just nice. It's just nice to have. You could even go 650 watt. Yeah, we're only going with 4060. Only going 4060, so it's not too bad. Again, it just really depends on what's on sale here. In terms of like a 650 watt one, you have one from Thermaltake. Would I trust Thermaltake with a power supply? Thermaltake make everything nowadays. When I went and visited them at Computex, I saw Thermaltake racing rigs. I saw Thermaltake standing decks, Thermaltake headphones, Thermaltake mice and keyboard, Thermaltake monitors. Thermaltake literally do everything now. It's actually insane. So, does that kind of approach mean that they have a good PSU, or would you like maybe not trust them? That's the question here. Because the issue is, I think that's gonna be the cheapest one we have here. That's actually kind of trustworthy. Let's just be even more specific. Let's just go 650 watt. Black Friday deals. There we go. We do have this one from Corsair. It's completely non-modular, but it doesn't really matter. Granted, would you pay $2 more for a modular power supply, even if it's definitely not going to matter? Well, it's not modular, it's semi-modular, but still, it's not going to matter because you're going to connect all of those things anyway. But, you know, you pay $2 less, and you go with someone like Corsair, which I'd say I trust a bit more than Thermaltake when it comes to PSUs. I'd say that's a win-win. So, again, unless anyone would just absolutely hate me for picking this, let me know in chat right now. I think I'm just going to go with this. There we go. $450. Not 40, $55. We still have about $154 to play around with. That is not as bad as I imagined. Granted, we still need to find a case. We still need to buy a CPU cooler and maybe some additional fans if we need them. I'd say let's work kind of backwards, because if we go CPU cooler, if we go for something like AIO, that's going to dictate a lot about what case we're going to go for, and also if we're going to need additional fans for that case. So let's do it that way. Let's go with a the CPU cooler next here and see what is available. Some good deals on Be Quiet stuff. As you know, I do like me some Be Quiet coolers because they are kind of, well, quiet, as the name implies. I'm going to be running out of coffee here soon. Okay. However, hey, if you want to go AIO, $70 for a Master Liquid 360mm. I don't think that's too bad. If I go AIO for a regular cooler, I don't think I'd mind going with like a no-name Chinese brand for something. But with an AIO, basically anything that can like leak and destroy your PC, I probably wouldn't go with brands like Asia Horse. The Asia Horse Wandering Knight. AIO. What a name. And look at that, you even get a little figurine to go with it. That's something. that's certainly something. Of all the things I have ever thinked, that's one of them that think. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, 240 mil here for $70. Cooler Master AIOs have been super cheap lately. Yeah, I've noticed they pretty much always go on sale whenever I do one of these videos. Thermal right. I very much would trust Thermal right. And you get a 360 mil for $54. I'd say that's pretty good. It actually looks good as well. Just look at that CPU block. That is actually going to be the best option here, unless people really want me to go for a an all air cooler rather than AIO. It also means we are going to have to get a case that can at least support a 360 mil. That's the other thing here. But again, speak now. You know, send the live chat, send the super chat if you really care. And so let me know if I'm making the wrong choice by going with this one right here. Are we going to do a UK version as well? I'd love to, but I don't think too many people will care. That's the issue. You know, I'd love to do things that are specific for the UK market, but yeah, maybe for Cyber Monday. I'm gonna have an answer for you by Cyber Monday. Maybe we'll do one for the UK. Because, hey, maybe I'll find some good deals for stuff I'd need right now here in the UK. I don't think I really need to buy anything right now for my PC. I kind of need more RAM, actually. I'm on 64 gigs, and it's like not enough. When I actually go to like render some of my more recent videos, I need to close down everything. I need to close down Chrome. I need to close down everything because otherwise it's just gonna crash. I actually need to upgrade to 128 gig. So yeah, come back on Cyber Monday. Maybe we'll have an answer if we're doing a UK version as well. I think that could be cool. Then all of the Yanks watching will have to see what kind of pricing with, you know, VAT added on top we have to deal with here in the UK. That would be fun. So yeah, let's just go with the Thermalright Frozen and not 360. Because I do not see any objections in the chat. Which means I'm probably not going crazy for thinking this is a pretty good deal. So, 50. Or maybe all of you are going crazy with me. Who knows anymore? Who knows in this crazy world? Okay. So, let's just go with a PC case next then. Obviously, we need to go for something that is at least supports a 360mm radiator now. Though most cases now do, even like a nicely sized ATX one. That should not be a problem. And you can get some crazy good deals on cases on Black Friday. What about something like this? MSI Mag Forge. I'm pretty sure we use it in at least a couple of our previous builds. Because it looks very familiar. And the best thing I managed to get on Amazon was a X870GB motherboard for £220. Nice. Good one. And thank you so much, Antifa, for those $3 on the super chat. Thank you so much. It truly does go a long way, especially because we have some big projects coming up, and of course CES is coming up. And guess what? You know, going to Las Vegas in the UK and like doing like all the reporting there, it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. So yeah, it's going to go towards things like mostly CES, because it is going to be such a big event. Especially because I'm not just taking myself, I'm taking someone else as well with me to help out. So it's going to be pretty expensive. I would personally stick with an air cooler in the sub $100 range, but Thermalright is pretty good for a cheap brand from what I've heard so far. Yeah, another reason though I want to go with an AIO, especially at this budget, is because it saves us money on case fans, right? Because you have 3 fans already with the AIO. So granted, look at quite a few of these cases, they come with quite a few fans already. Like here, you already have the 3 fans here. You already have the 3 fans here. Then I guess you could probably sell them. most deals are pretty mid for the UK. I can check myself. I'm going to do like all my own Black Friday shopping a bit later after the stream, see if there's anything I really need to pick up myself. Oh, the light base is already on sale. I recently did a video on this case. It's a super fun case. I saw it firsthand at Comitex and Be Quiet sent one over. It is like a really gorgeous case. So yeah, what should we go for here? I mean, technically, whatever this thing is, it's only $80. That would be in budget for us. I don't think it's very practical or literally mesh with anything else, but it's an option. Also, it's M80X, so okay, never mind. Never mind, we can't go for that. It's mostly going to be down to personal preference. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on here, but when they're all going to serve a pretty similar purpose, a pretty similar role, I don't think we're going to get cheaper than this MSI one, though. Granted, it says it only supports up to a 240mm radiator. Is it one of those things where, even though it has like 3 fans at the front because of some clearance or something, it can't actually support a full-size 360mm radiator? What? Yeah, look. Only 240mm at the front. That's annoying. I was getting my hopes up that I would be able to actually use this case for this build, but nope. Curse you, MSI. Okay, what else do we have? We have a Raid Max 891, whatever this is. Again, it really doesn't matter. It's a case is a case. You can't mess up a case too much. You know, some cases, I mean, building in them may be a bit more difficult because they don't have like the proper holes for everything or whatever, but still, especially at this kind of budget, I don't think we have too much room to complain. Or do we listen to the guy who said to not go for an AAO? Should we go back to a air cooler and then we'll be able to go for the MSI build and save ourselves some money that way? Leon Lee 207. I haven't seen it here. Did anyone see a Leon Lee case on sale? Leon Lee case. No, unfortunately, there's no Leon Lee case. And the rules, we have to stick to the rules. We can only go for stuff that's actually on sale that have the Black Friday tag on them. RIP. Go for a 240mm AAO in that case. It will be annoying if we have to miss out on the extra cooling potential of a 360mm AAO just because of the case clearance issues. Especially because you saw how dirt cheap that 340mm AAO was. It was like, what, $55? I don't want to give it up. That's like too good for, you know, a free fan AIO. There has to be another way. We can go for this one. It's a bit more expensive. Well, let's say a bit more. It's only $5 more expensive. It's from Corsair, so you know it's gonna be good. It comes with 2 fans already. Please tell me it supports a 360mm front. Okay, I'm sold. If you guys are sold, then I'm sold. Because again, I'm a slave to your opinion. That's how pretty much all YouTubers are. They are a slave to their audiences. So if you say that I should buy this, well, buy this, put this into the build, then I will. And because I don't think we have too many other good options here, I think we're gonna go for this. Use the third fan for the back and do some MacGyver 240. We could totally do that. I don't think it will work, but hey, if you want to be brave enough and turn a 360mm AAO into a 240mm AAO, be my guest. Be my guest. I'm not cleaning up after that though, so there we go. There's our PC, there's our PC case. And it costs a whopping $700 and... What am I saying $750? $75. There we go. Boom. That means we are left with $25. What on earth can we do for $25? We don't need additional fans, I'd say. The case comes with 2 fans already. 2 120mm fans. So you can put them, you know, 1 at the top, probably. Or you can put them 2 at the... Oh, actually, hear me out. How about we just spend those last $25 on, say, because if it comes with 2 fans, right, so you mount the 2 fans at the top, and that means you still need 1 as an exhaust. So, what is the exact fan it comes with? This. Can we get a matching fan like this for less than $25? If so, that's going to be the final thing for this build. I can get them as a bundle of 3, but not as a... that's annoying. That is actually so annoying. Granted, I don't think they'll be too good of fans anyway. Most fans that come bundled with cases aren't the best, because they usually come like a cheaper ones. What you could always do is, I don't know, like flip on eBay and then use that money on some better fans. But I'm not going to be putting that into the Excel spreadsheet, okay? So it's like fans, $33, but then minus like $15 because that's how much it would go for eBay or whatever. We're not doing that kind of theoretical stuff here, okay? People are saying that the 4000D is a good choice. Be Quiet have been running 3 packs of fans real cheap. Okay, 120mm fan 3 pack. If we can get a 3 pack for less than $25, you could just sell those 2, like literally. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any from Be Quiet here. Oh, they have the Lightwings LX. Those are pretty nice, but they are a bit over budget here. Again, we only have $25 to work with. The Lightwings also really good, but yeah, they're a bit too over. At the same time, it also kind of annoy me if the one single fan we go for is like different than the other fans. That way you have 3 different fans in your system, right? You're gonna have the 2 included from Corsair, the 3 from Thermalright, and then like the additional one as well as an exhaust. That's gonna be like, it would annoy me if I had 3 different ones, okay? I know, again, $1,000 budget, some compromises have to be made, but it would still annoy me if I had like 3 different ones. Unless we just trust someone like ID Cooling, like one of these like smaller brands that, yeah, when it comes to stuff like ID Cooling, it's one of those brands that's been around for so long, and they're just well known enough that clearly they have to be doing something right to still be around, okay? Or maybe they're just getting like massively financed by the CCP or something, I don't know. So I would like, probably, if I had to, I'd trust them. And I'd buy their fans. Let's just go back to this and then Black Friday. Can we just get like a single fan? A single fan now. We can get something like a Silent Wings 4. Again, it would annoy me that we have so many different fans in the system. But a must is a must. ID Cooling isn't bad. Corsair on top, Be Quiet on the back, and the Thermalright area wouldn't be that noticeable. Yeah, especially because you'd probably want the way I'm imagining the system, you know, the top would be intake, the front would be intake, and the rear fan would be the only exhaust. You want that rear fan to really do its job, right? If it's just a single 120mm fan exhausting everything from the system, exhausting 5 other fans worth of air. So something like this, it's a Silent Wings high speed, so 2500 RPM. I think that would probably do the job of acting as an exhaust for your PC pretty well. And I think we're just gonna go for this. Gonna go for that for $16, leaving us at $9. What can you even get for that? Can you even get a meal at McDonald's for that price anymore? I don't know. I can't remember the last time I've even been to McDonald's. But I'm happy with this one. We kind of challenge us obviously a bit by going for a you know, a bit more of a of a budget build at $1,000. I know that, 4060, 1200K, I think that's a fair enough thing, and again, just given the limitations of what's on sale or not, I think it's a good enough combo there. The motherboard is fine. Storage, we get 2 terabytes of PC Gen 3 storage. Again, I would have wished we had a separate boot drive, but we only have $9 spare. I don't think you can get a drive for $9. Okay, we probably can get a drive for $9, but I wouldn't trust a drive for $9, okay? I don't think it will last more than a day, but hey, maybe. 32 gigs of RAM, 600 watt PSU, like a good case from Corsair. I'm happy with this. I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. Let me know what do you guys think of this one, because I'm actually pretty happy. So let's call a quick break because I really need something more to drink here. I can feel my voice going already. And all of this talking, and when you come back for part 2, it's gonna be Newegg's turn. See what kind of good stuff we're gonna do on we can get on Newegg. Again, same rules, only Black Friday deals, $1,000 budget. It is gonna be pretty fun, so don't go anywhere. Okay, you can go somewhere for a couple of minutes while I make myself something to drink, and then we'll be back. So where's my special button? There it is. So see you all in a couple of minutes. Okay, welcome back to part 2, everyone. Hopefully not too many of you left while I was gone. I'm back. I got some fuel for part 2 of this stream. Oh, so good. And we can get started with, well, seeing what Newegg have on offer now. So I haven't done one of these from Newegg ever, but I just want to do a bit of a comparison, you know, see what they are offering compared to just boring old Amazon. Now I know that already looking at like Amazon US stuff is already a bit restrictive and doesn't paint a full picture for people maybe buying stuff from anywhere else in the world, but still I think we're gonna have I know that shopping on Newegg, which is only available in the US, is gonna be even more restrictive, but I mean technically I think you can like buy from other places as well. It's like in the US is the main place where they are active, so I mean, hey, people like Antifa say Newegg is the only place to buy PC well, I've lost my bleh. This is what happens when I stream for too long, people. Newegg, the only place to buy PC parts, so apparently they are pretty good. And I can see already that they have, well, quite a few, well, they're advertising quite a few big deals here already. So, let's see what we can do here. We'll be sticking to the exact same $1,000 budget, and we're gonna see he's gonna end up on top after this, Amazon or Newegg. So let's start off with a motherboard first, shall we? And it needs to have this Black Friday deal thingy, just like before. This is all tag right here. I think we may end up going for Intel again, but we have to wait and see. I think it would be cool if we have one of these be Intel, one of these be AMD. That's gonna be a nice kind of comparison between the two there. But again, rate just depends on what is on sale today. I have quite a bit on sale, so I'm taking a quick look if the stream is still going. Already though, I'm not seeing anything as cheap for Black Friday as with Amazon. I think the cheapest I am seeing right now is going to be this one here for $150. There's this one, but that's M80X. I really don't want to go M80X. Oh, no, you have the ASRock Pro Z90 Pro RS for $140. Granted, I know that the aesthetic is just not going to match to people's builds, because it's like this weird silver theme going on, like split black silver theme. It just like doesn't look as nice, you know, as something like a tough motherboard. So, I'm trying to see what is chat on about, but what have I missed? Aftermarket. Oh, talking about aftermarket PSU cables. That is something I definitely need to do more stuff about, more content about. Like, there's a whole world of aftermarket cables out there, but I just like haven't really looked into it that much. I just used the ones from that came with like Quiet PSU, but all I did is buy just these like adapters, like angled adapters, to make my graphics card connector and my motherboard connector look a bit nicer. And that's it as far as like aftermarket cabling goes. So what are we thinking? I'd say let's just go with this Asus stuff. It's only going to be about $10 more. It does mean we are going to have to go with AMD, but look at that, it's a B650E motherboard as well. I'm pretty sure it is just going to be this, because again I didn't see too much else that was pretty good. Yeah, it's an Asus tough build, it's fine. Like some of the more recent ones from Asus, I complained a lot about how they're priced, but this one, $150, I think it should be fine. Again, if anyone has any objections, let me know now. Can you look up the Ryzen 5 7500F if they have it on sale? You can get AM4 for 146. Okay, let's check that. So Ryzen 7600F. They do not have the F, they just have the... wait, is there even an F version? Apparently it is. They do have the 7600 and 7600X. Both are decent prices. But anyway, besides, if we're going for that B650E motherboard, then that means we kind of have to go with a an AM4 CPU, which again, I'm not a big fan of, but what can you do? That's the name of the game. What if I just search up specifically AMD motherboard? Is it going to give me any like better deals? I wish there was just like a button here, like show only deal stuff. Maybe there is, I'm just missing one. I don't do anything on Newegg. Pretty sure everything I ever go for Newegg for is like screenshots of pricing for like my videos. So if like, please, if I miss something when it comes to like navigating Newegg, please let me know. Something that can make this like a lot easier. What if I search, I don't want to search by price, because then it's just gonna give me just like the worst oldest stuff that's like non-relevant, exactly like this. I wish there was a way on all of these websites where you can sort by price, but still also kind of sort by relevance as well, like combined sorting like that. That would solve so many problems. Because like this is just like, what is any of this? We can go for a bit of a cheaper one here, MSI Pro B650S. I'm gonna say it's quite a bit, but I think we are gonna be stuck with an AM4 motherboard regardless. I don't think we're gonna find anything a really kind of good deal that's B850 or X870. Definitely not X870. Actually, let's just check B850 motherboard. If anyone has spotted anything good on Newegg today as well, let me know. Let me know if I should go, because I'm still just exploring. Oh yeah, what I'm talking about, B850 isn't even out yet. Duh. Okay, so we are going to be stuck with either going last gen AMD, which okay is fine, unless. Let's just quickly look up B760 motherboards. See if we have any kind of good deals here. I get a Gaming X for $160. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's do it the other way around again. Most of these are on Black Friday sales anyway. Let's do it the other way around. Let's go for a CPU first. Let's go for a CPU first, see what's on sale, and that will decide which platform we're going to go for. None of these are on sale. I do like the new Intel Core Ultra boxes, man. They look so cool. 7600X is on sale, $224. 5700X for $180. Not bad, not bad. 7700X for $270. That's like $100 more, just for the kind of generational improvement there. 7900X, that's way out of our budget. 1200K, well out of the budget. Can I please just sort by what's on sale? If we go for two identical 12700K builds, that's gonna be pretty funny. We could. It's $248. Wait, really? $248? We paid how much? $187 for this on Amazon, by the way. So yeah, if you're planning on buying this on Amazon, make sure to, I mean, if you're planning on buying this, make sure to do it on Amazon, and make sure to use Amazon links while you're at it. You can get the 1200KF for a bit, 12700KF for a bit less. That's something. Change the featured search to lowest price first. Is that like a different thing to what I tried earlier with like this lowest price? Because again, lowest price just gave me everything, including like non-relevant stuff. Like that's the issue. I'm not in a market for a used Athlon 64X2 or an old Pentium D820. I didn't even know that they stock this kind of stuff. Can I just have an old Athlon X4 640? Why not? Is this something I'm missing? Wait, really? Newegg have an AI-ready filter? Come on, guys. Like, that's another good thing. Oh, discount. No, current promotion. Newegg deals? Does that count as Black Friday? Maybe. That's the one good thing about searching on Amazon. Searching anything on Amazon has gotten so much worse, but you at least have that button there that you can just go, nope, just Black Friday deals, nothing else interests me. So I'd say we go for a 5700X, and then with that motherboard I went for earlier. I think that's going to be the best option here on the other side of the aisle in Newegg land. Because I'd love to go for the same CPU, but you saw how much more expensive it is. Unless we make some crazy savings in some other area, that ain't gonna work. Unless we work backwards even more, and we go for a graphics card first, and then we see how much money we have left. So I'd say let's just go with that. Maybe there's just some huge sale here on a graphics card that's gonna free up quite a bit of a budget. We do have $300 for 4060. That's not that much more than we paid for the 4060 on Amazon. That's like $15. And you get actually, oh, this is something to consider. $10 off with promo code. So, okay, that's pretty much the same price then. Like $5 more on Newegg. Anything else here of note that's on sale? We can go ARC A770 for $229. Is that okay? Someone quickly. ARC A770 versus RTX 4060. I'm gonna let you just quickly search that up as myself. See what that kind of looks like. RTX versus A770. What kind of performance difference is there? To be fair, like, I know Intel Arc graphics cards have been getting a lot of slack, but they're still pretty good. The software is getting better. And I think just the fact that Battlemage has finally leaked recently shows that they are continuing with it, which probably makes people trust Intel a bit more that, you know, there's still going to be driver updates, they're still going to be pushing to improve performance, they're still going to be investing into it. Newegg has a Black Friday sales section. Just look under each category. What if I click on this, maybe? Oh, okay. That makes things a lot easier, thank you. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to quickly just find like what the performance difference is between an ARC A770 and an RTX 4060. Another thing about ARC is that, for better or worse, is one of those cards where you just will be getting more performance as time goes on, as they update the drivers. We see what kind of improvements the drivers they're making every single time. But yeah, it's one of those things. I'm not sure what would be the faster one. Please just give me an answer. They appear to be about on par. The 4060 again, a bit quicker, a bit faster. Just like with the, when we look at the 7600 XT, I believe it was, versus the 4060 last time. But again, NVIDIA, you get the software, you get the ray tracing, you get all those little other bits and pieces that make that kind of NVIDIA experience, that kind of flawless thing, compared to Intel, which isn't as flawless, which is the kind of big issue there. Thing is that while on Amazon, the difference between AMD's and NVIDIA's offerings was like, what, $5? Here, it's a bit different, right? Because you're getting $230 versus with a discount, $280. That's a bigger difference here. But hey, at least you get Assassin's Creed Shadows with the Intel. That's, to be fair, I'd call that even more of a reason to go with NVIDIA here. Man, that game's an absolute mess right now from what I've seen. So yeah, what should we go for here? Should we go for NVIDIA, or should we go for Intel? Okay, now put in lowest price not featured. Ooh. Am I still... Okay, lowest price? Hey, okay, cool. That's sweet. Thank you so much, and thanks so much for the second super chat. Okay, so here we have the cheapest stuff. Disregarding all of, like, I don't know, old 6500 XTs, 1050 Ti's, which are still on sale for some reason. 3050s. Like, the 770 is still the very first proper, like, current gen choice we have here. Are we actually doing it? Are we actually going with an Intel build here? Because that will save us quite a bit of money to put towards something else. So I'm saying 3060 12 gig. Oh right, you can get a 3060 12 gig here, but that is going to be what? That's if you're paying that much, you may as well go for the 4080 then. It's kind of in the not 4080, 4060 then. It's in that kind of weird in between land. Oh look at this. There's another Zotac here, which is just $290, but you don't get a discount code on top of that, so that's a shame. I don't know, guys. How we decide Intel or Nvidia, and we save so much money. I'd say go for Nvidia for now. If we are running low on funds, we can change it up later. How does that sound? How does that sound? So, our very first part to our Newegg build will be this for this much. Cool. I know we're working again completely backwards, but hey, when you're trying to stick to the budget, that's kind of what you have to do. We are saying still saying Intel. We'll do Intel. Okay. Fine, fine. If you guys insist, we're going Intel. That's going to save us quite a bit more money, but like, what are we going to then use that saved money for? That's the thing. Because then if we go for, say, a much better CPU than last time, with a 12700K, which we went with on the Amazon side, then, you know, then it kind of becomes a bit unbalanced almost. But still, again, it depends on the resolution. If you're still playing on 1080p, 1440p, CPU, you know, we can go for a bit of faster one. It's always going to help. You definitely, I don't think too many people are going to be playing 4K on an A770 or even a 4060. Though, to be fair, when I use my A770, because yes, I do have an A770, I did play at 4K on it. It was fine, I guess. So, CPU it is. So let's just go back here. Lowest price. What deals do you have for me, good sir? We do have a 260K. That is annoying. That is actually annoying. We're paying almost as much as we did for the 12700K last time around for a 12600K. Though granted, we're getting another $50 off. Not $50, $20 off here with this code. So that's going to be $150. That ain't bad. But again, that's going to be kind of weird. We're saving quite a bit of money here. But then what would that money go towards? Obviously, it would go towards more performance. So maybe utilize extra money for a 1TB plus 2TB drive setup. Maybe. We could definitely go for that. That 5700X, though, is calling my name as well. Because that is $180, but you get $35 off. So that's like, what, $155? That's pretty good. Again, it's all about how much these actually compare when it comes to performance. Let me quickly check again. So 12600K versus, what did I say, 5700X. Let me quickly look that up and see. CP. Okay. What is the internet saying? And the internet is saying they're pretty much identical. Oh, that was useless then. Man, what should we go for here? Granted, you get more cores. You get what, 8 cores here rather than the 6, private performance cores on 12600K. And I mean, with our budget, we could honestly even go for that 12700KF. That also has a $40 promo code, so that's going to be $180. And I think that's going to be the way forward. I need to restart paying attention to these promo codes. It's annoying that you have to enter that promo code rather than just doing it outright. I get why they do it. For people who don't see that code, they end up paying those $20, $30, $40 more by accident, and then Newegg makes money on that, obviously. So I get why they do that. It's so kind of just annoying. Well, with our budget, we really can go ham here. These are all pretty good deals here. This will be a bit too much going into this 700X or 12900K category. 12700K though, you can save $60. That's going to be again about $190. But then you really don't need to integrate graphics. So 12700KF? Yes? No? Please let me decide. Please decide for me, basically, because I can't make up my mind here, and it's taking forever. But I think this is going to be a good one. Especially because, that 7600X is also pretty cool. But we're also going to have to go with an AM5 motherboard. And those are, kind of expensive right now. Again, we are saving quite a bit of money. We would be able to probably get away with that. But let me just Google one more thing. What's the difference between a 12700K and a 7600X? It's actually not as, just looking at performance numbers, it's not as of a wide margin as I would have expected. Okay, let's just go with this. It's gonna be nice, fast, cheap motherboard. Perfect, just what we need. So we're gonna go for this for a CPU. Again, if you disagree with any of my decisions, please let me know in the live chat. Yell at me, tell me I'm dumb and I don't know what I'm doing. Not 220, how much did I say? 180 with the discount code, right? Yeah, 180. Cool. Check for Mobo CPU combos. Oh yeah, they have those on. They have those here, don't they? Do they have them for Black Friday? That's the question. Or do I have to click something else as well? They do have a combo here. You get a 5700X 3D with a B550 motherboard and 32 gigs of RAM for free. Thank you so much who pointed it out. That is actually insane. Man, that's a good deal. Right, I'm not going insane. That's a really good deal. It looks like a pretty good motherboard as well. Plenty of USB Type A, full array of audio jacks. You know how important it is for me. You have a USB Type C 10 gigabit port, both HDMI and DisplayPort for integrated graphics, because I don't know, you probably want them. You only get 1 gig Ethernet, but that's fine. Most people don't need more than that anyway. And obviously the cherry on top, that PS2, which I know all of us can't live without. That is fantastic to see there. Yeah, okay. This could actually be a lot closer than I imagined. When I first saw the kind of price difference between the two, why is that in a weird, there we go. When I first saw the price differences between Newegg and Amazon, I thought it's going to be more in the favor of Amazon, but that is a very, very good deal there. I have no idea how I'm gonna put that in here though. So Ryzen 7 76 and yeah, and RAM is gonna be. Does it say what kit of DDR4 RAM it comes with? I don't think it does. It just says free DDR4 32GB kit. It doesn't say what type, so mysterious DDR4 32GB. I don't know how else to write it. Okay, so, and that's together gonna be $300 for all of it. They should break down the prices. Yeah, true, but when they don't break down the prices, they can, you know, they can be a bit more creative with these sales by not really telling you how much. Like, this combo looks great on its own, obviously, but if they, you know, break down how much, what costs how much, then you could probably like start hunting for deals on your own or whatever, and things that they don't want you doing. The more they obfuscate from you when it comes to these kind of deals, the easier that deal will be for them to sell you. That's just the way capitalism works, baby. And today is all about capitalism. They do kind of break the price down here, 20 with that combo savings of 89. But for our purposes, the way that I just put it in the Excel spreadsheet, it's fine. The only thing I do really wish is that they said what the memory is. It just says free DDR4 32GB kit. Doesn't say like what speeds, what anything. I assume it's gonna be good though. Like, probably not the best, probably something they're trying to get rid of, but I also don't believe it's gonna be too bad either. And besides, compared to things like obviously a graphics card or CPU, your memory isn't just one of those things that won't impact your performance as much. So yeah, I'm fine not knowing. I'm fine it being a mystery, you know. Okay. What else do we need? Well, do we want to go on to do you want to go on to storage next? What do you have for me, Newegg, in this category? 990 Pro, 1 terabyte, only $100. That's a pretty good price. What else do we have here? Alexa is telling me that it's 5 PM on a Friday. Cool. Alexa, stop. I don't know, like one day just kind of started telling me whenever it's 5 PM on a Friday, it's like, it wishes me a good weekend. It's cute and all, I guess. Okay, it also means we've been streaming for quite a while now. I'm always worried with RAM not on the QVL list or RAM finalist. You really don't have to worry about that unless you're buying some really unknown RAM. Like, you really don't have to worry about like incompatibility with memory on the QVL list, especially if you're not doing anything too crazy in terms of like overclocking. Basically, most of the time, there are some exceptions, but mostly just go with like the correct, you know, generation of stuff, like non-ECC, like non-CU DIMM, stuff like that. You'll be fine. You don't have to worry too much about a QVL list, because obviously QVL list can't name every single memory out there. There's so many like RAM manufacturers out there right now. And besides, yeah, Antifa pointed out Newegg wouldn't bundle a non-compatible memory as well. So someone also suggested to get some other DDR4 anyway, and then sell the free add-on. Couldn't be bothered, to be fair. It's probably just good enough that it won't make a difference. And again, it means we can save spend our money on something else. Like, for example, a good SSD from someone like Samsung, maybe. Okay, we'll probably go for a similar strategy of at least a 2 terabyte drive, like a one big 2 terabyte drive. And if we have the money, go for a additional boot drive to keep our OS separate. Do you guys see anything that catches your eye here? For comparison, on Amazon, we end up getting a 2 terabyte Gen 3 SSD for $100. And that's pretty much what I'm sticking to here. And, oh, Team Group, pretty decent. Gen 3, $90. I don't think we're going to find anything better than that here, to be fair. See, I think this could actually end up being a much better deal than on Amazon. All things considered. Like, this actually could be a pretty sweet PC for the price at the end. And there's some actually pretty good stuff. It makes me really jealous that Newegg isn't as much of a thing here in the UK, because these are some really good deals and like bundles. And again, if you're planning on buying anything from Newegg, then we do have our Newegg links in the video description below. Click them, buy literally anything. You don't pay anything extra. In fact, you pay less because it's Black Friday, and we get some of the money that goes into making these videos and live streams and stuff even better for you in the future. Have I said enough? Have I showed enough this live stream yet? I don't think I have. But yeah, I don't see anything better than the team group option. You can obviously go for like a Gen 4 one, but if I find an equivalent that's Gen 4, there's this one. MSI Spatium. That's $99 versus $8 more for a Gen 4 drive. I know I said it doesn't make too much of a difference, but when it's $8 more, come on. Like, I don't think you can say no to that. Samsung 990 EVO 1TB for Gen 5 for $70. That's a phenomenal deal. WD Black Gen 4 for $124. Is that, how much is that? Because I don't think there'll be anything that can match the price of this for 2 TB. Especially a Gen 4. I can't see anything. Maybe I'm just blind. Well, I am blind, that's why I need these things. Okay, we'll just go with this. There's no special code. And again, if you hate this choice, let me know, and we can switch it out later. The WD Black 2 TB. Where's the this one? It's quite a bit more expensive though, and I don't know. I feel like MSI are good enough that I'd you know, trust them with an SSD. Granted, WD Black's WD Black, you get some pretty good speeds on there, but again, is that really gonna matter to too many people? That's the thing. Spatium is really Gen 3, it's a slow Gen 4 drive. It's fine, just not a great Gen 4. Yeah, that's the thing, it doesn't have to be great though. It's a sub $100. Why pay $25 more, especially when you want a $100 budget? Okay, I'm gonna go with this again. If push comes to shove, if we need to cut corners, I am gonna go back and switch back. Actually, no, other way around. If we do have some fun spare, then I'm gonna go for something WD Black. There we go. That's the way around. So far, we are doing pretty good progress. I mean, $630, and we have the CPU, motherboard, graphics card, memory, SSD. This is gonna be like a complete blowout compared to the Amazon build. Why have I not done this before? Like, I didn't know Newegg could be so good on Black Friday. Like, a whole new world opened up to me today. Let's do case next. Actually, no, let's do CPU cooler next, because then that again dictates which case we can go for. Is that going to be under fans and PC cooling? I don't see a separate... Yeah, okay, it's just going to be that. Well, that's annoying. It's going to bundle all of the fans, like standalone fans, with all the coolers now. That's annoying, but oh well. Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro for $71.90. That's pretty good. That thing is a beast. And especially because we're going for the 5800 X3D. We want some good cooling on that thing, you know. I can't remember the exact TDP, but we'd probably want some good cooling. What else do we have here? I don't think we're going to get as good of a deal on an AIO as we did on Amazon, though. Maybe. MSI Core Liquid, 360mm, $100. But yeah, looking right now, I think this could be the one area where Newegg loses out. You can get the NMAX for $55. That's fine. I don't think NMAX is just not a company I know enough about. You can get a Razer AIO for just a bit more. for that Razer tax of just $15, which, given Razer standards, is actually reasonable. Just $15 more there. And obviously it also depends like what speed the fans are and stuff like that, obviously. So fractal, that's what the case is. Okay. Actually, I didn't switch back. Sorry, you weren't seeing what I'm seeing. There we go. So yeah, this is one I've been looking at right now. NMAX Liquimax 3 SF 360mm. $55. It's gonna be fine, I think. You can get a Razer one for a bit more. Given the TDP, NMAX PSU are awesome, the AIO not so much. Okay, in that case, I think, are we actually going to go with Razer for this? I don't think I've ever seen anyone put a Razer AIO in the build before, but hey, for $70, why not? Why not? We could always just go with an air cooler, but again, the nice thing about AIOs is that it's 3 less fans you have to buy for your case to get a kind of like max cooling there. I hate how they bundle fans with coolers. It's so much harder to navigate. You can also just get like a Dark Rogue Pro 5. Like that thing is super quiet. 270 watt TDP on that thing. It is going to be pretty good. You can probably overclock. Well, okay, you can't really overclock the 5700 X3 that much, but still. Oh, you can also get like that Trix Panorama one that I've seen everywhere online recently for a mere $350 for a for a AIO. That is more for a CPU cooler than we paid for that CPU, motherboard, and RAM combined. So yeah, no thanks. Go for the reunion. Where was it? Did I miss it? The Reunion is the Asus ROG one, if I remember correctly. Right? Yep. Only $260, but yeah, you get a screen. That's totally worth it to someone. Definitely not us, especially on this budget. So, okay, let's just go for the Razer one. It's gonna be fine. Actually, I want to see exactly what fans it has, like how the speed of the fans. Yeah, I'm gonna need like a separate, you know, software for them. But like, oh well. Beggars can't be choosers. Well, I say that, we're doing pretty good progress on a budget, so maybe we can afford something that will at least, you know, sync well with the rest of the build. Okay, again, I'm gonna go for this first, and then we'll see how much money we have left, and then we'll work that way. So let's go back here. My CPU cooler is going to be this. Let's actually do it in a color that people can see. And it is going to be $70, which again, not too bad, but we definitely paid way less for an AIO, a similar 360mm AIO on Amazon. So, oh well. Anyway, we're doing pretty good progress. We're on $700. We have still quite a bit left. Now, let's go with PSU. Let's go with PSU next. Please have some good PSU deals, and we'll probably go for a similar 650 watt. Can I just literally sort by wattage? I can. How much did we pay on Amazon? That's a key question. We paid $55 for a non-modular... This one, yeah. We paid the exact same. Okay, so they have the exact same deal on Amazon and on Newegg here for the CX 650. So we're just going to go for this again. Didn't hurt last time, probably not going to hurt again this time. So let's just go with this. Yet again for $55. Okay, case. Now, this is where things are going to get interesting, because this is... You saw how much money we still have spare. So, this is where you can start to experiment a bit. We can, for example, go with a different AIO cooler that will match the rest of the build more. Instead of having to, you know, download and go with Razer's RGB software, we can go with, you know, something that includes its own fans, so we can stick everything together nicely. Actually, now that I say it out loud... Why would you need the Razer software? Why did it say you need the Razer software where it will just go to your motherboard and then you just control it by whoever has... by the software of whoever made your motherboard? Unless you need... Am I going crazy? Though, Razer being Razer, it would not surprise me if they'd done something to force you to use the software. But maybe I'm just like going crazy and like worrying about using Razer software more than it probably should be. Razer... Not Razer. Fractal Pop Air... for $60. That is the case I have right now. It is absolutely amazing. And most important thing for me, it has a 5¼ inch bay. One of the few PC cases to still have one, because they are very, very important to me for some reason. Unfortunately, it does not support a 360mm AIO. So that's out of the question. Unless we do scale back our AIO a bit. Oh man, I got excited there for a second. Before I forgot that, yeah, you can't speak, this thing doesn't... Oh man, it's such a phenomenal case though. I've been using it myself for ages. It's a really nice, it's a beautiful case. But yeah, won't fit that AIO, that's annoying. So, do we do the same thing again? Do we go for the Corsair 4000D because it's just $75? Which is again the exact same we paid on Amazon. It'd be kind of funny if we did the same thing again, same PSU, same case. They have some... Corsair have some price matching going on, clearly, or something, because both Corsair products have the exact same price on Amazon or Newegg. Interesting. We're saying modular. We can have like a modular PSU, but the thing is, especially on a build like this, you're probably going to connect most of this stuff up anyway. I think we're just going to go for the exact same thing here. Oh, you can get a Fantex XT Pro for $50 though. Does that fit a 360mm AIO? The front looks like it should, but again, I'm not sure about the full dedicated... Yeah, it can. It's a case from Fantex. Like, Fantex are cool. You get some very basic I/O at the top. Does it come with any fans though? That's a main thing. I think it comes with just a rear exhaust fan and that's it. Yeah, in one 120mm fan and that's it. So, here's the thing. Do we want to go for this, or go for the Corsair and then buy some extra fans with this, or go for the Corsair where you don't have to buy as many extra fans? Cooler Master Liquid 360L AIO is the same price as the Razer. Ooh, I'm going to have a look at that in a second. Right now I'm just trying to decide on our case over here. It looks fine. It saves us some money. Sure, let's go with this. And how much? 40, how much is he? $50, yeah. Okay, we are severely under budget. I can't believe I'm saying that, but we're severely under budget. We still have $200 to play around with here, people. What do we do? What do we actually do? What do we spend that $200 on? Well, we need to spend it on some more fans first. But again, I want to kind of revisit that entire cooling category first. Cooler Master Liquid 360L at the same price. Where was this? I saw it somewhere here. There's the 240. Where's the 360 version of that though? Cooler Master Liquid 240, 240, 240. I want the 360 though. There it is, $70, yeah. And then we can just buy a set of matching fans for the rest of the build, I'd say. And we'll be golden. We'll be golden. Either a 7700 XT. Okay, let me, before we go back and see what kind of upgrades we can make for the CPU or GPU, actually just the GPU. We can't get a better CPU because we already have a 5700 X3D, plus it's part of a bundle deal. So let's just go with this first, and get ourselves also a kit of matching of matching fans for the case, because we're gonna need quite a few fans there. That's still $70 though. So can I get, what are the fans on this? Can we actually do it where we can have all of the fans be the same? It is it's a pretty nice fan, just looking at the airflow and max RPM there. Go Cooler Master 120mm fan. Unfortunately, I don't think there's many here that are on Black Friday sale, which is annoying. Let's quickly go back here. Fans and PC cooling. What kind of like fan, just kits of fans do we have here? Because we're gonna need what? The top of the case we went with also supports up to 3 120s or 2 140s, and we have a included 120 in the back. So we need at least 2 more 140s or 3 120s for the top. If there are some from Cooler Master, that'd be nice, because again, it would be all nice and matching together. This is cool. Shocked there aren't more people doing this kind of stream today. Oh, thank you so much, Nolan. Yep, I do this pretty much every single time there's any kind of sale going on. This is like Prime Friday, you just combine Prime Day and Black Friday together. Prime Day, the Prime Big Deals Day, and we're doing the same for Cyber Monday. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, my initial idea for this was to do a bit more like a collab. Have one person be doing it on Amazon, the other person doing it on Newegg, see who comes up with a better build. But instead, I just ended up doing both. But again, if we can get like another tech YouTuber or something to do this for Cyber Monday by then, that'd be awesome. So yeah, go knock on the doors of your local tech YouTuber and ask them to do the stream for me, please, and thank you. And send them threatening letters if they don't answer. Okay, we actually don't have too many choices here when it comes to fans. All of the fans come in a free pack, which I guess makes sense. So which fans should we go for? I don't think that we are getting matching Cooler Master ones. We are going to have to go for a different company. So half of it is going to be Cooler Master, half of it is going to go like, I don't know, Corsair or someone else. Again, we have quite a bit of a budget to work with, but I assume a lot of that budget will probably go towards getting ourselves a better graphics card than the A770 we have right now, which, don't get me wrong, it's still pretty decent. In fact, I did a video quite a while back when I actually daily drove the A770 for quite a while. Pretty fun. Pretty fun indeed. Zalman i3, Neo TG80X gaming PC computer case X20 Infinity RGB fans. Ooh. You caught my interest, especially a Zalman. That is a name, man. That is a name with a legacy. Who cares if they're not one of the big guys, at least right now? I love me some Zalman. Is it only available in black in white though? Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that the Black Friday deal is only on the white variant. Which means, even though this is a beautiful case that does exactly what we need to do we say that it technically breaks the rules because it's not on the Black Friday deal? And I really don't want to go for a white case when everything else in the build is black. I hate, who made up these rules? Well, I did, because I hate myself apparently. And now because of it, we can't have nice things like a black Zalman i3 Neo TG. Oh man, now I'm actually mad. You're doing so well, Newegg. Like, why are you splitting hairs now about having the white Zalman i3 be on sale and not the black one? I know it's like a couple of dollars difference, but still, come on. No, we have to stick to the rules. That's what makes this interesting. That's what makes this a challenge, you know. It builds us as people when we can't have nice things like that black Zalman i3. So I think we're still gonna stick to this one. And we're just gonna try and find some fans to go along with it. Unless we just go for something a bit more expensive, but that comes with fans already. Or we just go for my original plan of going for the Fractal Pop Air, but with a 240mm. But again, seeing how we're going with a 5700 X3D, I kind of want to give it all of the cooling it can get. Especially because we are very under budget. We can help us. We can, you know, get some nice things here going. Have some nice things going here as well. So, seeing what. Probably just got more back stock of the white one. Yeah, probably. Same with this, like something like this N60 H Series H7 will be cool. It has quite a few included fans. It's only with the additional promo code, only $70. But it's white. I don't mean to bring race into this, but We're looking at something that would just match the rest of our components so far, and I can't be bothered to really re-pick everything just so I can have a white motherboard with a right graphics card and everything like that, so yeah. We can go for something from Montech over here. I saw a Montech one here. Montech Air 903 Max. Got another super chat saying, what, Zalman i3 Neo? Oh. Am I looking for something different? Did I see something different? Zalman i3. Or is the message just implying that I should go for that I should go for it despite it not being on sale? I'm not. Wait, $49. What does it say? $70 here. Am I going crazy? Hit the mesh option. That's the white one again. Mesh ARGB. What is going on here? Because that's the black one that's not on sale, correct? I'm probably just I'm just being very dumb here probably, and I'm probably making Antifa very annoyed by not being able to find the thing they're referring to, but Okay, what's this? Mesh IRGB. Mesh. There it is. I am so confused by what just happened. Yeah, this is the correct model. The 4 fans. It's the mesh one for $50. And it's, unlike that photo is suggesting, it's definitely the black one. How did I not see that earlier? Like, I'm actually so confused by how... But I was just sure? Okay, okay. I have no idea what happened there, or why it was so difficult to navigate to this model. Because you saw that, right? I'm not going crazy. When I was clicking on the black one, and then I click on the mesh, it was bringing up the white one. I'm not going crazy. The website's just weird, correct? Please don't tell me I'm not going crazy. Whatever, let's just go with this. I live on Newegg, yeah, I can see. So, okay, let's go with this case then here for $50. Wait a second. Was I on the wrong winners entire time? Was I on was I on the spreadsheet winner that entire time? Please never was on the spreadsheet winner that entire time. I was pulling my hair out trying to find the case. Because this is what happened, right? These are the two options. With the black one not being on sale, I click into that. I click on mesh, and it takes me to the white mesh option. That's $52.99. I go back. I click on the white one that is on sale, and then I click on mesh, and it brings me to the black mesh one that's on sale. Why? Actually, why? I don't know. Is this like, because this is so directed by Zalman. Did like Zalman just like mess up the listings, or is this a thing on the side of the side of Newegg? I actually can't tell. And it supports. Does it support Oh. Now here's something to keep in mind. Does it support a max 360mm radiator? It does at the front, not at the top. Which means that you have to move. There's 4 included fans. If we want to stick to that 360mm radiator we bought earlier, you're gonna have to move those fans from the front, and you're gonna put, I don't know, 2 of them at the top, 1 of them in one of the slots at the bottom. That's gonna be kind of awkward, because then that means that you're gonna have 1 free fan slot as well at the bottom. Because you have those 2 120 slots at the bottom as well, which is a nice touch as well. I like when cases have that. So, do we go? We still have plenty of budget to play around with. Do we go for 1 additional Zalman fan to put at the bottom? Actually, no. I'll do it another way. Move that pre-installed exhaust fan to the bottom as well, and then do the same thing with it on the Amazon build, and go with a super strong, like a high-speed, high RPM fan to act as a kind of main exhaust. Granted, with this kind of configuration, you'd probably have the bottom be an exhaust as well. I don't know, how would you guys set this up? I'd assume that bottom would be the preferred exhaust, because the top is filtered, it looks filtered, and yeah. And I don't think the bottom is filtered. So obviously you don't want filtered intakes, you want filtered, you don't want non-filtered intakes, you want non-filtered exhausts only. And because I don't believe that the bottom is filtered, so that would probably be the exhaust option. Buy an extra fan, it's $50. Yeah, I'll just do what I did last time. I'll go for a super fast main exhaust kind of there. Again, it's gonna be kind of annoying that it's gonna be so many different fans, But we're going to have 3 different fans again, from Cooler Master, from Zelman, and whoever we decide for here. However, actually, let me go for one more thing. Can I buy just a straight up Zelman fan on a Black Friday deal? I cannot. Okay, so let's go back to my initial idea. So, fans and PC cooling. Okay, just give me a single fan that is just like 2500 RPM or something. Again, we have quite a bit of money to work with here. We have so much money left in our budget. That's a 140 mil. Can I sort this? Max CPU cooler height? No, fan size 120 mil. Yeah, there we go. Oh, these are just coolers. No, I don't want coolers. I want fans. Yeah, CPU air. I don't want CPU. That is why I don't like it, because that of bundling it all together. Okay, there it is. Case fans. There it is. I don't need a free pack. I just need something like a single fan, please. A single fan that's 120 mil. Please and thank you. Okay. Are all of the good ones actually in free packs? Are you kidding me? The only ones that aren't in the free pack are from Sama or Scythe, whoever these guys are. You can, however, pay a whopping $50 for a single fan from Corsair, which I'm definitely not going to do. So, yeah, no thanks. Where were we? There it is. Unless we just sell the other ones. Again, we have money to spare, so we can buy a free pack now just to sell 2 of them. Because we can. Like, actually, all of these, pretty much all of these are a kit. Oh no, we can go with like a Lee and Lee one. How fast is it though? That's like the only one from like a reputable brand I see here that is a single. Apart from like a Corsair one, that's white. We don't want to go for that. We're definitely not paying, you know, $47 for a single one here. Okay, let's quickly check out this. I beg your pardon, what? Oh, they don't have the black ones in stock as a single. Oh wait, they have this. Why wasn't this showing up earlier then? Um, 2600 RPM. It has like fan settings, I think. This is LMH. But how do you set the fan speed? Where's the controller for it? I assume it's gonna be like a button near the side or something, or like on one of the sides, but I can't actually see it. Whatever, it's good enough. So we're gonna go for this. We're gonna go. That's gonna go here. We're gonna do that in black for $12. Not $12, $20. That's what I keep on saying. I can't remember prices I literally just saw on the previous page. I don't know what it is. I just can't remember them. Scythe fans are apparently awesome. Yeah, but we're just gonna stick with this. It's 2600 RPM. I highly doubt that Scythe fans can reach that much. But if Scythe makes some pretty cool fans, then great. So we have so much money to work with here that I think we can definitely go for a better graphics card maybe than the Arc A770 we have right now. I'm kind of sad because I wanted to prove that we can make an awesome build with a Intel Arc GPU. It's kind of sad we're not giving Intel a chance, but hey, if we have so much money spare. If we have so much money spare, then why not go for something a bit better, you know? Like, something faster. One of these days, we'll make one of these PCs that is going to be based on Intel Arc. Maybe on Cyber Monday, again, we'll have a Intel Arc based PC. Because I'm really rooting for Intel here, you know? Okay, so if we do take away the 770, we have about $406 spare. What can we get for $406? And then go price, highest price first. The maximum we can go for here is a 7700 XT or a 4060 Ti. What do you guys think? And especially because, look at this. We talked about having a separate boot drive before, and the 4060 Ti comes with a 1TB free SSD. Again, even though I consider myself a tech genius, I can't remember the exact performance disparity between a 7700 XT and a 4060 Ti right out of the top of my head. So, I don't think it should be too much, but let me just quickly see. But just for the SSD alone, again, even if you don't need it, just sell it on, and you're gonna have quite a, you know, can make quite a bit of money on that as well. It's probably gonna be like what, sell it on eBay for maybe $70. So 7700 XT versus 4060 Ti. Let's see what we have here. Oh, actually, is this... I'm pretty sure there's like several variants of the 4060 Ti, like with different different memory counts as well. Which one's this? Oh, also, if you don't need a SSD, you can get this one for $20 off. But again, we are going for like we're trying to maximize our budget here, so I'd say just go with this one. And then you have another 1TB SSD, which again, seeing how big games are nowadays, it isn't gonna hurt. You can probably install, like, you know, 2 of next-gen card games on there, if you're lucky. Gigabyte Aero Z690 Ultra, 300 to 500 in EU, looks pretty good, fits the price, and it has 7.7 debug display. Nice. I was looking at an MSI 720 Carbon. I'm just reading up the conversation a bit more. Okay, so, what should we go for here, guys? The 4060 Ti with a additional SSD, or the 7700 XT. Again, first things first, what is the performance difference between the two? It looks like they are pretty much the same. 7700 XT, 770 XT a bit faster, but again, you get the better ray tracing, you get the better software on Nvidia's side. You get DLSS, even though FSR in itself is still pretty good. There are some hiccups in it as well. Like in the video about Stalker 2 I made recently, like DLSS was pretty crisp. However, with FSR, there was some very weird blurring going on some like the background stuff, which was weird. So, it mostly comes down to, would you want an additional SSD, or would you want to pay $20 less and still have $20 left in a budget for, I don't know, like just treat yourself to something nice for $20. I don't know what you can get for yourself for $20 in this economy, but something. Okay, again, I'm overthinking this. Obviously, we're gonna go for this with an SSD, additional SSD. This is the version without the without the 16 gigs. However, that one costs way too much of our budget, so we're just gonna go for this. Again, if anyone disagrees, let me know. Let me know, and then we'll, you know, we can go for the one that's $20 less. But again, I think this is probably the smarter option here. There it is, $400, and we still have $6 spare. Now, that's pretty good. But who won? in your opinion, who won between these two builds? The Amazon one with a 12700K, a good MSI B760 motherboard, 32 gigabytes of DDR5 memory, a 46 gaming OC, a 2 terabyte Gen 3 drive, and a Corsair 650 PSU, a 4000D case, and some additional, well, one additional Be Quiet Sun Wings for 120mm high-speed fan, or the Newegg with a Ryzen 5700X 3D, once again a 360mm air cooler, once again an MSI motherboard, though it is a B551 with DDR4 RAM, not DDR5 RAM, an RTX 4060 Ti, a 2 terabyte MSI Gen 4 drive, once again a Corsair CX 650W PSU, a Xiaomi i3 Neo, yeah, when's the last time you thought about Xiaomi, case, and one additional Lian Li Unifan high-speed 2600 RPM fan. I think it is going to be Newegg. I'm sorry to say, but between these two, I think Newegg wins. You're getting an X3D CPU, you're getting a faster graphics card, you're getting a Gen 4 drive. I'm sorry, it's not a competition. I know I tried to frame it as a competition, but I think like Newegg clears here. So again, if you're planning on buying any of this stuff here, or anything else on either of these sites, then hey, our links will be up in the iCards down in the video description below. I say up in the iCards, if you're watching the VOD of this, they're going to be up in the iCards. If you're watching this live, then congrats, you're on the cool ones, but you don't have the iCards. They'll just be down in the video description. It was a really, really awesome thing, and again, we will be doing a follow-up on Cyber Monday. Because, Cyber Monday, they're essentially the same thing nowadays. Black Friday used to be just like general, just all-out sale on everything, while Cyber Monday was supposed to be more tailored towards electronics and specifically sales online. But now, it's just like one and the same. In fact, even like just Black Friday on its own has been slowly disappearing because like pretty much all of November is just becoming Black November, if that makes sense. People, like all these companies just can't wait until they put all these things on sale now. So I know a lot of companies are doing like, Black Week, for example, Black Weekend, going from like Black Friday to Cyber Monday. So I still think it's a really awesome thing to do, these kind of live streams. And again, we'll be doing one for Cyber Monday. Again, it'd be cool if I can maybe get a second person there, make it a competition again between Amazon and Newegg. One of us doing an Amazon build, one of us doing a Newegg build. That could be cool. That'd be absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for everyone for joining as well. It's always amazing seeing how many people join into these live streams. They do so insanely well, and I have no idea why. To me, it seems kind of boring because I'm just browsing an Amazon page, browsing a Newegg page, and then I'm just, drinking a lot because my poor throat is sore. Like, what's interesting about that? But clearly, you people like it. Thank you so much for the super chat as well. I see. Thank you so much, Antifa, as well, for becoming a member on the channel. That's awesome. Yes, we do have channel memberships, so you get access to stuff like special emojis in the chat, and of course exclusive videos. You get one exclusive video per month. That is absolutely awesome as well. But again, I think that's enough shilling and begging for money for now. I just want to say thank you all so much for joining into this live stream. If you like it, remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I see you all in whatever I make next. So goodbye, everyone. Good.